Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of RNG Unfiltered with your boy, Gab.
And Ricky.
Today is Life Talks.
Where everything is opposite. No.
I am Gab.
Live. I am
Talks
Gab.
live.
That is Ricky. Before you confuse some poor soul who's never watched our podcast before.
we had Talks Lives
Yes,
today.
we are talking of life.
Welcome.
Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk Life.
Yeah. What? Wait, we're talking about buying a house, relationship, just a bit of everything. Recomping of our bodies.
My little weight loss. I know you don't see much of it in the cameras. I'm still pretty chunky, but we get in there.
But yeah, like
my 6-year journey of consistent up and downs.
I am currently talking about weight loss. Might as well just go straight into it. I'm doing unintentionally a dirty bulk. Like unintentionally a dirty bulk, cause like I was eating quite good.
To be fair, you're a dirty boy.
I was eating quite good, but then
fair enough.
I just started kind of eating whatever. But like it's within proportion. I'm not like full on eating a whole.
KFC.
Like no, I'll eat like on the odd occasion, which is how it was when I was counting calories.
Yeah.
Like it's probably once in a blue moon. Like I'm not going ahead and eating a full bag of lollies or like it would just be like
Pussy.
4. Like I've never like ever since I started cutting like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm like since that it kind of just weaned out like of eating just constant junk food.
Yeah.
So now it's like I'll buy like a Tim Tams pack, right? But I'll probably have 1 or 2 in the day.
Can't even touch Tim Tams.
Yeah, I know. Shame.
Shame.
But yeah, I'm just recomping, really, because I want to kind of just put on as much muscle.
Explain what recomping is to someone who doesn't know.
Getting fat. Nah, so recomping's just like this is my concept of it. I'm just trying to build a lot of muscle while dirty bulking, which is eating as like whatever. It's really just eating whatever without counting.
It's essentially getting fat without getting fat.
Yeah, it's
it's eat a lot of food and work out really hard.
Like some people like don't do it, but for me it's working because I've been putting on a lot of muscle. So I guess it's how you train too, and knowing how to train properly, especially each body part, because
everyone's body's different too.
Yeah, and I think that's what's helped. Like after the 2-3 years of like doing it properly, I know what works for me, so I can grow. Yeah, like grow bigger, whilst being able to kind of just eat whatever, Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? I fucking look at a cheeseburger and I gain 4 kilos, man.
Yeah, like
it's got a shit out metabolism.
It's been good though. Like even just like my like the outlines of in my stomach, like you can see the outlines. So once I cut, it'll be good because like I'm trying to grow bigger before Gab's wedding, and then like 3 months out, just go on a cut, and just lean out.
Wish I could do that option.
Lean out.
I'm already at my full bulk now. I've got to do a 6-month cut.
But I guess it's like differences. It's like I've like constant. Like
you've been consistent. I've been going to the gym for 10 years, but I haven't been going consistently.
So it's like consistent. It's like, and guys with gymming, take it like make sure you do it best to you. Like don't just go full on. Like do technique. Yeah. Don't fuck around with it. Learn. That's my biggest thing. Like fucking learn, because I say squats, you can fuck your whole back up.
Yeah, I think form over weight is key. 100%. Like, just any gym guy that you watch that is jacked or has I don't have the physique to be telling anyone what to do with the gym, but I've been around people that know what they're doing, and the biggest advice I always get is form over weight. Like, who gives a shit if you can bicep curl 60 kgs? If you're flopping around like a salmon while you're doing it, you're gonna get laughed.
It's funny. too, because you'll gain more muscle even doing lighter weight anyway.
Because
Even with biceps, like my biceps, I don't go over 10 kilos.
weak.
I don't
I'm
go
joking.
over 10 kilos. Like that. That's
Yeah.
that's just me, because like if you can, you just do higher reps, just fucking destroy them. You do higher reps, more sets, and you fucking wreck your
I guess it
wreck
also
your
depends on what
arms.
you're training for, though, right? So from what I've been told and what I've learned over the few years, is like, if you want to do power training, you want to do heavy rep, but it's
Yeah.
heavy rep with form, by the way, and you do 2 to 4 reps or 1 rep
Yeah.
maxes or that kind of
I gotta
style.
look like I would say the way I train's a lot like very different, like super different to what like a lot of other people train. Because I push, like it's a weird, it's like a powerlifting, bodybuilding, but also like I think it's CrossFit, but no, endurance. Like
CrossFit. Are you gay?
like
I'm joking.
endurance,
I'm joking. Please.
based,
I'm doing
because
shame.
like it's like very proportional to my body, right? Because like
So
like
what? You have like 2 inches of range of motion.
nah,
Short ass.
that's you. um, yeah, like say arms, right? You
Yeah.
use your arms consistently, so like they can like you can work, get them bigger, but that's which is what I do. Like I do high reps, low weight, and that will still get your arms looking bigger, but there's no point in restricting like your movement.
Yeah. Walk around like this, just.
Well, I walk around like that anyway, not because I want to.
Because you're
Because
short.
my fucking shoulder, like broad shoulders.
There's a difference, but no, I was more saying like if you have the depending on how many reps you do is kind of what you're going for. So apparently, like if you do 1 to 4 is power, like strength. 8 to 12 is like size.
Yeah,
They're like 15 plus is endurance.
I do it.
It's like a general
I
rule.
do a bit of everything. Like
Depends
I
on
said,
the
depending
exercise
on
as
what
well.
I'm doing. Like deadlifts, I'll go heavy. I'll do like a
Doesn't
mix
matter for
of.
you. You're lifting the weights literally up like 10 centimeters.
Yeah, then fucking do it yourself.
I go 12 centimeters. I'm a little bit taller than you.
Yeah, just deal with it, bro. Just get good.
I have to lift it 2 whole centimeters more than
Just
you,
get
man. What
good,
am I
bro.
supposed to do? I can't.
Just
I
get
actually haven't done deadlifts. I don't even know what I can deadlift. Like,
Yeah. Nah.
my body's all out of whack. Like, if you look at my strength when it comes to gym,
It's because you're bigger.
yeah.
No, like I don't mean
exactly.
that.
No,
Yeah,
that's exactly what
like,
it is. Like my legs, tree trunks.
Yeah.
My biceps and triceps, potatoes.
Yeah.
My chest, weak. My back,
It's-
huge. Like I'm fucking.
Yeah.
I'm balanced because it's like I'm heavy, right? So my back is naturally stronger
Yeah.
because I'm lifting up
And that-
all this weight higher. And my legs are naturally stronger because I'm consistently walking around with 110 kilos.
I went from bigger, dropped 15. Now, like, most of my weight's muscle with, like, the few little bits that are chubbier.
Fat.
But, yeah, it's, like, a lot of my instabilities, like, imbalances, I work on, like, consistently because it's balanced.
So you do a lot of left arm training at the gym?
Yeah. Yeah. But no, like that's one thing that's major for me because I'm like there's no point having imbalances. Not in a bad way, but say like everyday life, right? You're gonna like squat down and pick something up. So you might as well work on the using both legs rather than coming up with one because you're like your hips are gonna be cooked. You know? What have you found coming back to the gym? Like, and how's your training going?
So for me, I started the start of this year. I was at my heaviest. Actually, just before Christmas, I was at my heaviest that I've been in forever. COVID screwed me up, so obviously I had a big weight. I've gained around 30 kilos over COVID, and then now, the year before that, I was creeping up slowly. But I've lost around 12 to 14, and a lot of it has just come from
Not eating sugar?
Yeah, no sugar was a big thing. So me and my partner have been doing no sugar since the start of the year, and that's been like no added sugar. So we still have a cunny fruit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And sweeteners and shit. But
Just the natural,
yeah,
natural
like sweet,
sugars.
literally sweeteners in this garbage. Like that shit's
Natural
not good, but
sugars.
natural sugars. But yeah, it's been pretty well. The biggest thing for me at the moment is just trying to stay consistent. Like when I was consistently going to the gym for a month, 2 months, I went down rapidly. I was going down a kilo a week.
It's because
I was doing
the
well.
balances.
Exactly, and I was like my muscles started coming back real quick. My muscle growth, my muscles develop pretty quickly. I just don't do it consistently enough to make it work properly. And that's just personal things which I've been working on these last few months, and now I'm back into it again. So
like
what would be what would be a tip for someone who goes consistently for someone who doesn't go consistently? Sorry. We're back. But yes,
I would say the thing to be like from someone coming from consistency, I would say it's more just like doing the little things, like say, because like I know you work in the office, right? So just taking your stuff like in the bag, in a bag, and
that has been
like
helping.
it's
That has
you
been
know
helping.
it's just it's not doing like major things. It's just putting your bag in your car because you're like, oh, my bag's in the car. I might as well go.
Yeah.
It's just doing like little things because I know for
That's what I'm doing.
me, that's what I found helps. It's like, and even at home, like sometimes I'll go home before going to the gym because my schedule is quite different.
I did that, and now I feel like every time I do it, I just don't go.
But I found what would help. This is just me, but also might help for others is, putting like having that rest, then putting your gym clothes on.
Taking pre-workout.
Just putting your gym clothes on because in that 10 minutes after you're like, oh, I got my gym clothes. It sets you up to go. So like, it's just doing those little things of like, oh, I'm going by. I've got some time now. Let's just go.
Yeah.
And sometimes going even for half an hour is better than
not going at all.
Yeah, because like
there was a quote I read somewhere. I watched something like a while back, and he was like, "If something is worth doing, it is worth doing it a little bit than not at all, no matter what it is."
The main thing is though, as well is like, the first probably 2 months are harder because
into the routine.
It takes 90 days to build up a routine and like lock it in, right? So it gets easy as you go
to get yourself through the first 90 days.
It's like it sounds long, but once you start doing it, it's a lot easier.
Well, we've been doing this for like actually uploading for about 3 months now.
Yeah,
and it doesn't feel like it at all.
No, like, and that's the thing. We've already, for us with this, it's like we've prepared. Like we know what we can do, what we can't do. Like and we're still learning. Like
we're still learning so much every day. Man,
and it's
every day.
Even just for like little things, we're like, yo, you got time today? We're like, yeah, and we know we'll just come, smash it out, and then go back to like what we're doing. So, yeah, it's like even, because I go right after, I've been putting my gear in my bag, car, because I was going by on the way home.
Yeah.
And I was finding it was easy because I'd get there by 9:10, right?
Yeah.
And then smash it out by 10:30, and then I got the rest of the day to myself.
Yeah.
And I would eat at work because of my my routine for it. But it's like, and even like I said, going for the half an hour, even if it's a deload. If you don't know what deload, it's just doing the technicality is doing 70% of what your max is. But even if it's just going and doing like 50%, but working on form for for 4 exercises, you're doing 4 exercises over 7 minutes. It's better than not showing up.
Yeah, exactly. And I think so for me, one of the biggest things that's been helping me a lot is just trying to attach small goals.
Yeah.
And not just, so my biggest issue was I used to start every time I started, right? So every time I started going to the gym, that week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, like I was doing 4 or 5 days for like a week. And then the problem is you get exhausted, and then by the end of the week, your body's just gone from 0 to 100. Then it comes to the next week, like, fuck, I can't be fucked today. And you take a day off. And the second you take that day off, you take 3 days off.
And
it comes 3 weeks.
And for me too, it's like, this is a rule for myself. I don't take more than 2 days off back to back. Because it's like, well, it's a bit easier now that I've been doing it for so long. It's a bit easier if I've had, say, 3 days off, I can get back into it. But it does get harder.
As you take more time off,
Yeah, it does get harder if you haven't set it as a routine, you know?
Yeah. Like, routine is huge. And I think, like, I think some of the biggest things, though, like, I don't know, I shouldn't be really... I'm giving you guys my complications. No one take any of this as fitness advice. I ain't no fitness instructor. I'm a big boy trying to do small boy things. But, like, I'm... Like, my personal thing is I have, like... Everyone's got a shit going on in their life, right? And I sometimes let the shit get to me more than it should. And so there'll be moments where I'm finally doing good, and then something like... I like have one shit sleep or have one bad day at work or something like that, and my mental just goes... And I'll sit out and I'll like try sit in my room for like 3 days. And then because I've had that big gap, it really stuffs up with the whole routine. But like the thing now that I'm just trying to, at the moment, that's currently working, is alright, I focus on today. So I focus on, like, for example, this week, Monday I woke up in the morning, I work from home. I was like, look, I won't go to the gym today. I'll go, like, today will be a rest because I'm working from home. I'll take this day as a dewind. Tuesday I woke up, I went straight from work to the gym. From the gym I came home, I got ready, I went to D&D. And, like, I did it, like, I was under I had a full day of routine. Wednesday came along, I'm working from home. I said, all right, I'll focus. I did a little bit of work in the garden. I said, that's like, I'm not going to go to the gym today. I got soccer tomorrow. I had soccer on Thursday. And then Friday I did, again, like another rest. And then today so to be fair, I've been out walking around all day looking at cars today. But then tomorrow I'll probably go to the gym again. So like, it's just hitting those small goals of 3 days a week, trying to have some sort of physical activity and make sure I hit 3 days in a week.
Everyone's goal's different. Like for me, it was losing weight and just getting physically fitter.
Looking like a big boy.
Yeah, like I still get those days of where I'm like, am I bigger? Do you get what I mean?
When you start doubting yourself, and you don't see the results.
In saying that, it's like you still go. And the biggest thing I found too is just going with the flow of the day. So like you said, it's like you got work, you're working in the office, going straight from the office to gym
makes it so much easier
because it's still a flowing day. Like
it's a flow.
You want to make it seem like a flow without it being
a chore.
Like it becomes easier. Like because I've had shit go on this week. I've gone 3 times, but the 3 times that I've gone, I'm pushing myself more. Like, unintentionally.
Sorry. But yeah, fair.
Like, I'm infatuated with the gym. Like, I fucking love it. Like, next week, I booked a PT.
Let me guess. If I jab you right now, there's creatine coming out of your blood system?
Yeah. But surprisingly... Well, you know this, but surprisingly, I don't take any supplements. Yeah. Like, nothing.
Surprisingly? You're trying to say you're a big boy?
Yeah, natural.
I'm natty, cuz. I'm fully natty.
I've always, like, even when I've been here, you're like, you want, like, a pre-workout? Like, or something. I'm like, nah,
I only offer pre-workout. I'm not offering anything.
But
pre-workout before people start questioning.
Yeah, like, I know people like, do you want creatine, this, that? I'm like, for me, I've always been, I'd rather have a meal, like, actually in my system, or...
But, like, protein shakes and stuff,
like, it's on the odd occasion.
So, like, I'd have protein shakes now to help hit my protein count for the day.
Yeah, like, where that...
Or I have a protein shake for breakfast instead of... Because I don't have breakfast, right? I suck with breakfast. So, I have, in the morning when I go to work, I'll bring my protein powder and a shaker. On days that I've gone to the gym or days that I've had a gym the night before, as like a meal replacement.
Yeah,
instead of eating something
that's the
too many
thing for
calories.
me. I've never used protein. Like I've used when I say not use protein, I mean used it to reach my protein goals. Like when I use protein powder, like I bought like a big tub, and to show you how much I've like used, I pretty much used probably like half, not even, and it went out of date.
Yeah,
That's how much that's how little I use it. Like the only time I'll be like, if it's in summer and I want something cool, I'll have a
beer.
I have a protein smoothie.
Yeah.
Wow, and it's 300-400 calories, not even, but just 50 grams of protein. I'll do a double scoop just because I can.
Protein.
I've always seen because the word supplement is supplementary if you can't reach without using food.
Yeah.
Because dietary and all that sort of thing. So that's how I which it normally is supplementary to your diet if you can't reach.
Yeah.
And it's like protein shake. If you don't eat breakfast, you that's one of those things where it becomes easier to use. Where for me, I'm like I was eating 200 plus grams of protein with just food alone, in
fair enough.
in 2100 2100 calories.
Yeah, no way.
It's just being smart and diligent with food. In saying that, what's been something how's food been going for you?
My food at the moment's been actually really good, and this is what kind of this is when I'm not doing enough physical activity because I'm not eating bad. Yeah. I'm at the moment, this week specifically, I've been doing about 2,200 calories a day. That's on track. If I exercise 3 times a day, I should be losing 3 times a week. I should be losing roughly 1 kilo a week.
Yeah,
especially with my size. I'm a big boy. I've always been a bigger kid. I've never been this is actually now I'm not at my biggest, but I was at my biggest not too long ago, and the food, cutting down that sugar, really big help. The difference between a can of Coke and a can of Coke no sugar in calories in calorie sense is ridiculous. You're looking from 300 calories down to 3.
Yeah, we've had this conversation.
Yeah, we and you have had. Yeah,
because I was you were asking about it too.
Yeah, I've definitely with the no sugar when it comes to sweeteners aren't any healthier than sugar.
But on the odd occasion.
When I'm sitting here, if I'm going out for drinking with the boys, if I go and have a Scotch and Coke no sugar, or if I go and have a drink with a no sugar variant, I'm reducing more than 50% of the calorie content for that drink. And so you can have a couple more drinks without feeling as bloated or as full. But the next with that though, it's also what I'm eating at home. I don't snack a lot. I used to, back in when I lived with my parents. Yeah. Used to be a much different game. I used to have nights where, bro, I was bad. I mean, after having fucking breakfast and lunch during the day, I would go and spend $40 on Uber Eats to get a freaking meal, and then I'd order a freaking bottle of Coke or whatever, and I'd be sitting down literally in the one sitting, I would have 4,000 calories on top of what I've already had throughout the day, and I've been at home all day, sort of thing. It got to the point where those kind of habits is what pushed me up, and now I'm doing the opposite, and it is working. It's just taking a bit longer, obviously, because that's how it works.
It's Jerry's cutting at the moment, and when I cut it, first probably month it's a bit harder. When you're doing it without the knowledge or help of anyone, it becomes a bit harder because you're you stick to certain foods. Then once you learn how to play the food game, it becomes so easy because I've explained this to you.
Zero fucking calories.
Strawberries, you have 300 grams, right? And you're only really eating 100 calories. Yeah. It's give or take. It might be less. I don't know exactly numbers are, but because you get
replacements.
300 grams of something sweet for nothing.
Yeah.
And you're still full.
Exactly. It's all replacements when you get to my spot.
Yeah, my meal, one of my favorite meals. I have it all the time, only because like I thoroughly enjoy it.
Rice and meat.
Yeah, rice and mince, bolognese mince,
Yeah.
because it's about like half like 250 rice and mince.
Grams.
Grams is like 600 calories,
Yeah.
and then you have two of those in a day. It's like 1200, and it's about 80 grams of protein. You still got fucking a K to eat. Like, eat whatever you want
during the day.
You know?
Yeah.
You just need to reach an extra 70 grams of protein. You have like 2 or 3 cans of tuna with some rice or like whatever you want, and you're like set. Like, and for me personally, I prefer to have a meal where I'm feeling fuller than a meal that I'm not, which the mince
so, like,
and
salads
rice
and stuff never works.
Yeah,
Bro.
like I eat salads, but
no, but like you can't like
on
if I'm having like for example, so I play soccer every Thursday with work roughly, and like if I come back from there and I don't have like a decently filling meal, if I come home and have a salad, I'm like fucking starving, and so I'm gonna go snack on something that I shouldn't. So instead, like normally on Thursdays we have like chicken or something like a meat potato veg sort of thing. But and saying that, so this week soccer I played. My running has been I've been getting better with my cardio. My cardio is getting up there because I went from like normally in a like a 1 hour and bit session playing soccer, like indoor. It's indoor, so it's like small, and we're playing with just like casual with work and stuff. So like it's all 10 people all the same.
Yeah.
Like I'll hit like 5Ks, 4.5, 5Ks
nice.
like throughout the track. I did like 7.5 the other day, and I was like, fucking big ups, bro, big ups. Any positives is a good positive. Yeah. So nice. No, like you gotta, I don't know. Well, I ain't here for life advice. I'm just here to discuss my fucking my shit. But like, I think the biggest thing for someone like me, especially, like I know there's a lot of people out there that are probably in a similar boat to what I am, and like struggle with trying to get up and to go, or even see progress. Like I know some guys that we have in our group that go to the gym that like they're struggling with progress a bit more than
it's progress.
That's more because of
It's progress is hard because a lot of it's
measured. It's measured differently as well for each person.
Balance, like for me, this is just a personal thing. Oh no, I'll go generic. Mm-hmm. It's like how you train, because like you could do a bench press, you could do a shoulders, like for like a push day, right? But it might be random, might not target everything that's needed to grow. It's like you do shoulder press, incline dumbbells, bench press. You're not training like the underneath. Like
knowing how to train all muscle groups in the chest, or knowing how to train every single. For example, like when you're doing back, you want to be able to target, or even your shoulder, you want to target your front, your top, your back. Like,
and this is one thing I don't know if I've actually discussed it with you.
Probably have, to be honest.
I know it's one of those things where I
don't talk about it much.
Don't talk about it unless I'm specifically in the gym, where like I really went on this in a way scientific, but how the body works with movement. So how to train certain things, and what's needed for each body part. Part. So like it's like the scientific. I'll fart and hot boxes.
Your hot boxes room is actually, to be fair, the episode's probably. But if your hot boxes room, I'm running.
But like I went on that analogy like of the body, like how, like the movement of the leg, because you got 3 movements of the leg. You got like the short, which is just moving your knee.
Oh yeah.
It's just like this part
Where's
here.
steroid, babe?
Then you got like a medium, which is just like hip, like up to the hip, like 90 degrees, and then you got high, which is like higher. So
like range them.
It's like and it goes throughout the body how like certain things move, and that's how I train, like how I go about training.
Should we go call the physio real quick? Tell her to come tell us what the action.
It's real interesting. Like it's like I love it. Like to me, that's
when you actually so I've got like one of my cousins studies a lot of it too.
That's how I kind of
developed your training.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like you should do that. Like every single person, when you're training, right? Anything, you should learn the fundamentals, especially when it comes to physical body. You learn the fundamentals and you learn what works for most, and then you adjust to accommodate to you along the journey.
And that's
everything
my biggest thing.
everything I do, like when I go to the gym, I went with some people and I worked and it didn't work out too. I went with my other cousin and we went, and in the few months I had with him, my progress went through the roof. And his specific training method worked really well for me. I went from having scrawny little arms to a little bit of muscle. I say little bit because
I
I'm not
don't know
big,
if it worked with you, my training.
Yeah, your training is currently what I'm doing at the moment.
Yeah,
I do the 4 sets of max, and I'm like,
it's just, I think, I could be wrong, but this is just from what I've experienced. It's like most people who've joined in with me have been like, the way I train really helps them target the muscles.
Yeah,
do you get what I like? Yeah. It's because it's more because I know how to target them and how the movement works. Enough, do you get what?
For me and you, the stuff between obviously like I said, I've been going to the gym for 10 years. I don't have the physical body to prove it, but I have the understanding of mind-muscle connection and what exercises train what. I just don't for me. What I learned with you was more the style of training. Yeah. So the higher sets and the more consistent working sets and stuff like that. And it was just different to what I was training before.
And that's which was what I found helps. Because with you, I do 4. We were doing 4. The first 1 or 2. 1 is a warm up. That's on the first exercise. Warm up. No,
then
we
did
5.
4. No, we did 5. We did a warm up plus 4.
Yeah,
it was 4 working sets. Is what we do essentially. You wouldn't count your first set.
No, it's 5. 1's a warm up. This is on the first exercise itself of the thing because it's the biggest compound. It's it'll be a compound exercise, so it warms up everything. The second or first, however you want to say it, is 75% of what I would actually do. Yeah. And then I'd do just under max and do 3 working sets.
Yeah, something like that.
Because we don't have much time. Hopefully in the future I'll explain it a bit more. But in essence, it's just getting your muscle to work near failure. Yeah, consistently. And it really fucks with you.
Yeah, it does hurt.
It hurts.
Working at failure is a bitch, but it's working. It does its job.
That's why I like working sets over failure. Unless sometimes I
guess it depends what you're training as well.
Yeah.
So. Well, I'd like to probably end that one there. Thank you for our journey of our conversation of gymming between me and you. Thank you. But yeah. That's the wrong one, though. Sorry.
That is RNG.
You could have stuck with it. But
that is RNG Unfiltered. We out.